In today's video, we'll be using a couple different websites to find free non-copyrighted images. Then we'll use those images on a separate website to make money, not in the way you might think, however. So stick around to see how we're going to make money. Right, so just as an example of the possibilities this method can give you, this isn't how we're going to be using these images today, however. This can be done and also is a sure way to make money with non-copyrighted images, but isn't what we're going to be doing. So if we come to a website called Etsy, you'll see if we search photography, here is going to be loads of canvas photos like these ones here. These could be made by the seller themselves, or they could be doing a similar method to what we're going to be doing today. So this person has over 1,000 reviews, which probably isn't all of the sales that they've got either, and they're selling it for £18. This is just of a simple non-copyrighted image that they've then turned into a canvas. I'm also then going to show you how you're going to be turning some famous artists' paintings into free to use images for us to then make a profit on. So this is all going to be done with the website I mentioned at the beginning, so be sure to stick around. So if we just come over to Google here and then search for something like landscape or something like for photos that we could then use, I'm sure you'll know that then you can't obviously use any singular image from the first page. So you won't be able to then use these and then sell them on. As you can see on one of these images here, if you go underneath it, it says images may be subject to copyright. So if you then use that, sell it on and use it with our method, you then may get sued, which obviously won't be good. With what we're going to be doing today, however, this isn't going to matter, as all the images we're going to be using, we make sure that they are fair use and can be sold on. So to find these images on Google, all you have to do is go to Tools, then go to Usage Rights and press Creative Commons Licenses. These are now all the images that have no license attached to them, meaning anyone can use that image, sell it, print it off and put your own name on it and so on. So now this is one of the first ways that we're going to be finding images to use for this method. Another way, and possibly the easiest way to find other images, all free to use, is go back onto Google and then search for public domain images. This is then going to filter out all the images on the internet that can't be used. So it's going to bring up all the top websites. So some big ones are Unsplash here. You've then got Pexels, or even you've got Pixabay as well. These are all websites that have high quality photos on, all in the same place. They can then be used for anything you want to do. Mainly for our peace of mind, they work in our method today. So this is Pexels, and then as you can see, they're all top high quality photos and images. They're licensed under the Pexel license. They're free to use commercially, so perfect for what we're going to be doing today. However, there's going to be one more website that we're going to go to, and this is the one that we're going to be using for this method today, as it has a really useful area on, which makes the next part of this method easy so we can make the most amount of money. You head over to a website called Rawpixel. This is the same type of website as all the others I've shown you. However, they have a category at the top called art. Now remember when I said earlier that we can utilize famous artists, that this is how we're going to be doing it. So once you then go through that category of art, it then comes up with all of these different subcategories. The main one that we're going to be using here is going to be famous artists. This then has tons of huge artists and their paintings, all free to use and non-copyrighted. This means you can use any huge painting which are really well known to so many people and then sell them with the website I'll show you just in 2 seconds. Say we wanted to use Michelangelo and we wanted to use this famous image here that many people know. All you have to do is click it, then choose the size that you want. Most of the time it's probably best to press the original as it's normally the biggest, and then all you can do from there is then save it to your files and that'll be in your computer. But however, this may not come up first, it may say sign up first, so it's completely free to do so. All you have to do is sign up with your few of your details, and then this will then come up with the download button. I've already downloaded this image, that's why it says re-download. Then now we have that in our files, we need to slightly enhance this image to make it look nicer so we can get more sales with it in the special website we're going to be using. Go back to Google and search for Photopia. This is a free photo editor, so we can use that to make the image we just downloaded look much nicer. Once you open that, it will look like this. Then press open from computer, find your image and then press open. And now we can adjust it slightly. So firstly, you want to change the brightness. Go to brightness contrast, increase the brightness slightly just to make it brighter, then change the contrast as well so it's got a bit more color in it. Once you've then changed that and you're happy with this, press OK. Then we can enable some of these as well. So if we enable auto contrast and then enable auto tone as well, Obviously then make this image better to your liking. So if you want to have more of a play around, then do that as well. Photopia has way more customizations than what I've just shown you. You can then add effects as well. You can then change some of the other bits as well at the top. So have a play around with it first, and once you've then made this image more like what you want to then sell, you can then save it. Later in the video as well, I'll show you what some people are doing to make these images funny rather than the normal image to make more sales with what they're using. So once you're happy with the image, however, find the Save to Files button, which is there, and then save it to a computer. So now you may slightly understand what we're going to be doing with these images. So now I have two separate websites to show you that are very similar and either can be used or both. The first one we're going to go to is called Printful, and then the second one called Redbubble. These are both two print-on-demand websites which can be used to create full businesses with. This is why this method is so powerful. It can start as just a simple side hustle and then turn into a full 6-figure business with the right techniques. So now you may slightly understand what we're going to be doing, finding these images that are free to use. Also why it needed to be an interesting and colorful image too. So then over on Redbubble, you'll see that you can turn any image or photo into absolutely anything. You can have wall art, t-shirts, stickers, pillows, clothing, posters, hoodies, home and living stuff, phone cases, absolutely anything you want by just simply uploading the image. The other thing that makes this so great is that we do little to no work. All we have to do is find the right image and then add it to whatever product we want to sell. Then their website will do the rest for us. Redbubble will market the product, they will sell the product, ship it out, and deal with all the customer complaints and returns. All we have to do is simply come up with a design and get a cut of the profit. Like I said at the beginning as well, they do wall art. So this is what we found over on Etsy. This is just another way to do it, but it could be something else you could do to branch out with this method and then make even more money with. Now, before we upload our image and start getting paid, we have to do a little bit of research beforehand. Over on Redbubble, if we search for Michelangelo, which is obviously what we had earlier, and the artist that we chose, we can now see what other people are selling and how much for. You have this one here, which is a Michelangelo one. And like I said, I could show you a different way which people are making more money with this as they're adding things. So over on Photopia, you can add separate images to these, then make these funny images. So this person's put chewing gum on a statue. This person's added text. This person's added a rugby ball. This person's added a toilet roll. So you could add something very simple to make these photos and images much more entertaining. Or if you wanted, you can just do a simple one as well. This person's just got a simple t-shirt added, which is £21. And that's just literally the image that they've picked off from wherever they've got it from. So you've got people doing t-shirts, stickers, blankets, postcards, phone cases, there's everything. So you'll want to do this on as many websites as possible. So what I would do is sign up to both Printful and Redbubble. As over on Printful, you can then see some of the other prices that the artists are selling for. This isn't just to find out prices, but also to get you to do this method and have products on both websites. This is then going to increase your chances of more sales and more money. This method is extremely easy to get started. Say we want to add a product on Redbubble, all you need to do is sign up in the top right hand corner, go through artist sign up, and then start making your products. And as you saw, they have clothing, stickers, masks, phone cases, anything that you can think of, they'll have that you can then make a product for. All you have to do is find one of those images on any of these websites that are free, non-copyrighted. Head to Photopia, make it slightly more interesting, or add a nice effect to it to make it funny. Sign up to either Printful, Redbubble, or both. Add your images to the products. Also, these both don't cost anything at all to get started. All you do is make money when they make sales. So all you do is take profit from sales. I'm not going to go into a huge amount of detail about how to create these products, as you could pick any one you want. All it is very easy to adjust and make them. Printful and Redbubble both promote the products themselves, so you also don't have to do any of that. The main thing you want to do is the research stage, as this is what you can see is selling and how much for. Then you'll then want to use that to make yours as interesting for a customer as possible. The more interesting these images, the higher up the search category you'll be, the more sales you'll make, and the more money you'll make. This is obviously then going to ensure that you make the most amount of money possible. If you have enjoyed this video, then don't forget to like and subscribe for future money making methods.